Hello, welcome back to my channel, S Murphy Art. Love to create crafts. I'm going to show you the bookmarks. So here I am, I've got 5 moulds. Now how I've done this is I'm using the leftover resin that I had from the door sign that I have done on our previous video. So I've got the 5 bookmarks. Hopefully I've got enough resin to fill all 5, but we'll see how it goes. So what I was going to do is I've decided that I was going to cut up a butterfly that I had, thinking that I would make it look really super cool. So I've then separated it all up. However, I did get cut happy. I would have been really happy if I'd flipped these around and they all looked like a butterfly and they all kind of matched together. However, it didn't actually work out to plan, so maybe for next time I'll be able to do something like that. So what I've done is I've actually just placed those butterflies, and for the other 2 I'm using the silver foil. I did get this through Amazon, but I will just use those. Now I did bring in a separate another bookmark just in case I ran out of space. So all I'm doing is I'm putting on the foil, rubbing it into the actual mould, and hopefully the resin will pick this up and it then bonds to the resin as well. So yeah, I did just literally just plaster it all on. So yeah, here I am just sticking it on as much as I did put a lot on actually. At one point I was thinking I need to stop. Oh, sorry. I need to stop doing this now. Let's get it all in and let's just get pouring. But I did actually just start playing around a little bit more. Got a fine brush. Now a brush does help actually, because I know with this it actually sticks to everything. My fingers, as you can see, it even stuck to the silicone mat as well. So yeah, this is why I brought in a fine brush. And I thought, you know what, let's just go with this. Move some of this out because I don't like waste. I try and make sure that I'm using every little bit that I can, so I'm not wasting anything. So this is why I used that 6th bookmark, just in case there was any slightly waste. But as you can see, that is now fully stuck on there. There is a little error that I did with the gold butterflies, but you will be able to see that really at this stage I should have stuck those down and looked into maybe making sure that they don't lift in any way. So here we go. So all 5 bookmarks and 6 are ready for me to pour the remaining of the black resin that I had left over from the sign. So I'm just literally going with it. I'm just pouring it. Hopefully these will look really good. I'm really excited to find out exactly at this stage how these butterflies would actually turn out. As you may see it later on in the video, they didn't turn out the way that I wanted them to, but I was still happy with the outcome. And it was the first time I'd actually used the black acrylic in a resin pour anyway, so I just wanted to see how they would look at this stage, and I just didn't want to waste any of the resin. So here I am. I'm just making sure that it's all sealed, making sure that they are full to the top, just to make sure that they are that again, no waste. So I'm pouring the silver ones. Let's just hope that this resin then picks up that gold foil. It's gold, it's silver. The silver foil, and then when they flip round and we demold them, hopefully that there's no silver foil then left within the molds. But that is just a simple bookmark pour. And I know that there was a little bit left. I did over pour that one, so this one I did put a little bit too much into that mold and it started to overflow a bit, so there was a lot of. Now here you can see I've already noticed that those butterflies that I'd put down are starting to lift. You don't want lift because you're not going to see the actual pattern. The resin will then be curing underneath it. So I do need to find a way of actually being able to stick that down. Maybe I will use like a PVA glue just to make sure that they're stuck up until the point that the resin is now cured. I can see that there is bubbles within this, so I do actually get my heat gun out. So I'll give that a good blow just to make sure it's releasing any bubbles. and yeah, just making sure that it is all sealing there as well, so there's no bubbles. What you don't want to be having is bubbles within bookmarks. It does make sharp edges, so either if you do end up with them, is I would advise maybe filing them down, smoothing them off, especially if it's something that you're always handling, especially with a bookmark as well. So yeah, I do like these bookmarks do come out every time I'm doing a resin pour, and the reason why I do this is because if there's any overflow, I am not wasting any. And again, I can see myself, just keep pressing those down at the overflow. It wasn't the best bookmark pour that I've done, but I did it, and I'm showing you that nothing can always go perfect, so you can't always have everything perfect. So yeah, there is also things that do go wrong with resin. So I leave these then for just under 24 hours, and we then demold. Now, as you can see, because of the overflow of that one, I did pour some of it into the 6th mould, so I will actually top that up with clear resin at a later stage when I've got an overflow. So here we go then. So I'm actually going to be demoulding these. I demould the ones with the silver foil first because I was very nervous about the ones with the gold butterflies. So here I am, just breaking that seal. Again, with the seal, make sure you go around with either a cocktail stick or anything like that. I did forget to do it with these, and you'll be able to see why. So what I do is with this is I will go around with a craft knife, just peeling off any of the edges. I can see that the foil didn't all lift from the mould, but it did what I wanted it to do, so I was really pleased with that. My daughter absolutely loved these, that she ended up giving them to her teachers at school. So yes, and I can see that there is a few air bubbles, and that's what I got when I didn't go around with the toothpick. But all in all, I'm really happy with those silver foils. Now, these are the really nervous ones. I knew that the butterflies had lifted and that the resin had cured underneath the butterflies. As you can see, I can't see it, and I was really disappointed at the fact that I did not glue those down first. But then there's a lesson learned, and I'd make sure that next time I will be sticking those down before I pour the black resin on. So yeah, I can see that there's a lot more working to do on that, so I will be doing these again at some stage. I left that last one to last because I know I wanted to look at that better. So yeah, I can see that, it didn't turn out the way I want, but this one I absolutely liked. I don't know why, but because it actually picked up the top of the butterfly wing and the bottom, I just liked the hiddenality of it as well. I don't know if that's a word, just going with it. So yeah, I just trim these up, tidy them all up, make sure that there's no sharp edges, and add then on the top with the holes like a little tassel, which I show you now. So use gold tassels for the ones with the gold and black, and I use the silver tassels for the black and silver bookmarks. But yeah, this was just a pour I did from the first video that I did, so the door sign. So this was just the overflow resin, but definitely a learning curve. Make sure that you stick your butterflies or whatever you're putting down into the molds to stop the resin from lifting it. But thank you very much for watching this video. Like and subscribe for future videos. Thank you for watching S Murphy Art. Love to create. Thank you.